Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in your drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively. It's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds.
The only reason this whole thing got started, before she filed the lawsuit, she just went to the California Human Rights Office, is because she clearly cooperated with the New York Times to leak the whole thing. Indeed, that's, Brian argues, the reason she went and filed the complaint with the Human Rights Division.
Welcome back to Pop Flash, your ultimate source for Hollywood drama, jaw-dropping scandals, and the kind of behind-the-scenes chaos that'll leave you speechless. Today's story? It's a tangled mess of power plays, PR warfare, and backroom Hollywood deals that might just change the way you see Blake Lively forever. Did Blake Lively secretly pull strings to push Justin Baldoni out of his own passion project? That's the burning question making waves right now. And if the latest whispers are true, the receipts are downright shocking.
Believe her less than ever. I actually disbelieve her fully now. And they should not be gagged. I will happily participate in releasing any further leaks that they have, because the truth should be out there. What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth?
It all started with subtle murmurs behind the scenes. Insiders claimed Blake and Justin were working hand in hand on the highly anticipated big screen adaptation of It Ends With Us. Everything seemed smooth, professional, even promising. Until suddenly, it wasn't. And then, boom. Out of nowhere, reports started surfacing that Blake was allegedly orchestrating a full-blown PR takedown against Justin. But why? What could have possibly gone so wrong between them that she'd go to such extremes? Well, according to rumors swirling around Hollywood, Blake wasn't acting alone. She had an entire powerhouse backing her up. Sources claim that her inner circle, including Hollywood royalty Ryan Reynolds and pop sensation Taylor Swift, were allegedly involved in putting pressure on Sony Pictures. The goal? To force some major shakeups. And guess what? It worked.
The only reason this whole thing got started, before she filed the lawsuit, she just went to the California Human Rights Office, is because she clearly cooperated with the New York Times to leak the whole thing. Indeed, that's, Brian argues, the reason she went and filed the complaint with the Human Rights Division.
And just when you think this Hollywood storm couldn't possibly get any wilder, boom. Leaked messages and hidden voice memos shatter everything Blake claimed. Insiders have been digging, and what they've uncovered is downright explosive. Secret footage from the set, even more damning. Reports say it directly contradicts Blake's side of the story, and the details are sending shockwaves through Hollywood. But here's where things get really shady. In the beginning, everything between Blake and Justin seemed perfectly fine. No tension, no behind-the-scenes drama. Just two professionals working together. In fact, Blake was so involved that she even helped with the editing process. But then, after taking a brief break from filming, she returned with a completely different energy. The question is, what happened during that time away?
Ryan Reynolds, this is his thing. He's a Taylor Swift of the movie industry. When he gets upset with somebody, he puts them into a script.
Then, out of nowhere, Justin was shut out, completely. Despite spending over 5 years developing the project, he was suddenly treated like an outsider. No input, no say, nothing. And then came the final dagger. Sony Pictures handed full control of the editing process over to Blake. That's right, Justin was erased from his own film. But here's the plot twist that left everyone shook. Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, was initially on Justin's side. She had publicly supported his vision, stood by him through the entire process. But then, Blake filed a lawsuit. And suddenly, Colleen flipped. Out of nowhere, she made a public statement backing Blake instead. So what changed? Did Colleen have a sudden change of heart? Or was there something happening behind the scenes? Was pressure applied? Deals made? Because, let's be real, Hollywood doesn't run on loyalty. It runs on power. And now, let's get into the bombshell lawsuit that turned this entire scandal into a full-blown circus. Blake dropped a shocking accusation against Justin, claiming he displayed inappropriate behavior during intimate scenes. But here's where things take a dramatic turn, because leaked footage suggests otherwise. According to behind-the-scenes clips, Blake wasn't just comfortable, she was fully engaged. Reports claim she was giving creative input, making suggestions, and even laughing between takes. So, if she had such a problem, why didn't she say anything then? Was this whole lawsuit just a strategic move, a setup? Because if so, it worked. But wait, there's more. And this next part, it's beyond shocking. Guess who else was allegedly pulling the strings behind the scenes? Taylor Swift. Sources claim that Taylor had way more influence than anyone realized, not just on casting decisions, but even on final edits. And let's just say, Justin's contributions wiped out completely. But the manipulation didn't stop there. Reports suggest that Blake demanded constant rewrites every single day. The script was always changing, always shifting, and always in her favor. The story was being molded to fit her perspective, her narrative, her version of events. And if that wasn't bad enough, Blake allegedly played some serious mind games. At first, she flattered Justin, praised his work, gained his trust. But the second she got what she needed, she flipped. The same man she once collaborated with was now her biggest enemy. And just when you think this scandal couldn't get any more ridiculous, enter the most outrageous accusation yet. Blake reportedly claimed that Justin fat-shamed her over a simple conversation about lifting safety on set, and the fallout? Pure chaos. Pure. Ryan Reynolds allegedly stormed onto set, furious. According to insiders, he confronted Justin in an explosive showdown, making it clear that nobody messes with Blake and gets away with it. So, what's the truth? Did Justin actually cross the line, or was this all a calculated Hollywood takedown? But here's where everything starts falling apart. Because leaked, unedited footage has now surfaced, and let's just say it does not support Blake's version of events. In the raw, uncut clips, Blake isn't just going along with the scenes. She's actively participating. She's seen laughing, joking, and completely at ease during the very moments she later claimed made her uncomfortable. So that begs the question, was this all just a calculated move? A carefully orchestrated takedown to push Justin out of the project he worked on for years? Because, let's be real, the timing is suspicious. 1 minute, she's on board with the entire production, even helping with edits. The next, she's filing a lawsuit, making serious allegations, and somehow ends up with full control over the final cut. This Hollywood scandal? It's far from over. But one thing is painfully clear. Somebody's lying. And with all these leaked receipts piling up, it's not looking good for Blake. So now, we turn it over to you. Did Blake Lively secretly orchestrate a behind-the-scenes Hollywood takedown of Justin Baldoni? Or is there an even bigger plot twist we haven't uncovered yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you want more explosive Hollywood drama, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Flash. Because trust me, the tea that's coming next, you won't want to miss it.